In your transition between, just being, going from MLG to Activision, has there been a lot of changes? Obviously, there has to be. Has that affected you in any way? So I
guess we can kind of continue where we left off as far as where I went from there.
Yeah.
So to get into Halo to COD was like a weird thing. Like if I remember right, there was an event we had. It was one of the AGLs that had Halo and COD at the same time. And Golden Boy asked Gandhi and I to jokingly cast Call of Duty, and we were like, all right, we didn't know anything. You can find that. Look up Gandhi and I's cast. We didn't know anything. We were idiots, but people thought it was funny. The viewership spiked 10 to 15,000. I remember just because we were morons. We were just charismatic morons. And I remember UMG was like, learn the game and you guys can cast. And next thing you know, we're casting a UMG event. Then we cast an MLG event.
Gandhi was really good at that too, though.
Gandhi was great. I love casting with him. I love casting with him.
I think you and his duo. I mean, as good as it was for that short period of time, I think it had like an unlimited ceiling that you guys didn't explore.
So we model ourselves after, if you ever watched StarCraft, we loved Tasteless and Artosis. StarCraft and COD, very different things, but they were really they talk about whatever they wanted, man. There'd be downtime, they're telling stories. It was basically you showed up to watch the game, but also just listen to them talk to each other. So that's how Scott and I tried to be. And not really like that now, but I loved it. It was just different. It was different. It was fresh for people. I miss commentate with him. We had a lot of fun, man. There was some shit that I sang a country song live during a grand finals match. I don't remember why, but we just did weird shit. And it was a blast. That got my foot in MLG. My first full-time job though with MLG was I joined when they were doing the MLG.TV thing. I was there. I was signing players and working with the content creation. So I did not like that. That was horrible. That was not a fun year of my life.
Talent management is not. No, it's not. It's not all that.
And I was sort of commentating on the side, and then it really clicked that I just wanted to commentate. I love the full-time job and benefits and stuff, but I just wanted to commentate. And
it's a beautiful thing to be talent, right? Because
we're finally talent. There was a long time where now literally all I have to do, yes, on the shows, I'll help with direction of scripts and stuff a little bit, but I really just have to show up, know my shit, and commentate. But there was a long time where we were creative producers on the side or doing extra gigs, working 9 to 5s while also commentating. Finally now, we're just on air talent. But for a long time, it took a long time to transition there. I got in so many battles, man, because the stuff, if you look at what Puckett was doing for a long time, granted, Puckett wanted to do this stuff because he was insane, but he was doing so much work behind the scenes that he just didn't need to. It's you want to have creative producers, and then your production team and your on-air talent. It all this needs to be your separate pies. That's just how it is in most sports and stuff. Focus on being good at one thing instead of trying to wear 17 different hats. So I got an MLG, and then you're curious about the transition from when MLG got bought by Activision. So that was a really weird time for me because we left for Black Ops 3. If you remember, that was the first time the CWL worked. The first year of the Call of Duty World League, and that was ESL. So I actually had to leave MLG for ESL, that was a fun conversation to have with Adam Apicel at the time because I felt bad. I didn't want to leave. It's just I wanted to commentate COD. So I had to leave there. Then we came back the next year. But as far as internal for me, I can say wholeheartedly, but it's been nothing but improvements. As far as my daily life, what I've had to do, we've just got more resources, more money, better people around me. There's always been some interesting internal issues just because you have Activision and you have MLG and they're still separate teams. Some's in Columbus, we had a team in New York, we had a team in LA where Activision is. There have definitely been some just stupid ass issues because of disconnects between these teams that is really frustrating. But I'm just saying for me as on-air talent, it's only gotten better. But there have been some stuff that's just a nightmare just due to the setup and nature of how things are.
Do you see French? Obviously, nobody knows, right? Do you think it'd be a benefit or? And I don't even know if you can. It's an employee. You can't even have a straight direct.
I can talk about. I don't know what's happening. I'm being 100% honest. I don't know. There's been. I know as much as the average person in the sense of this is actually the weirdest year for me because typically, just because of relationships with the Activision side, relationships with MLG, I'm pretty in the loop on most things. I don't really know much of what's going on because I think there's still a lot of planning going on.
Of course.
But I see positives and negatives. I think the positives are just the money that'll be invested behind it. Having just there's a lot bigger safety net for these brands and organizations that'll come in with the franchise model for sure. It's less the Wild Wild West and more what you'll see in typical sports or with the LCS with OWL. I definitely am a little bit nervous just because I think one thing that's nice about Call of Duty now, there's not as much of a financial investment on the esports side. Like, there's a lot of money going in, but for Activision Blizzard, it's not that much money, like compared to what's been invested in like OWL. So with more money and more responsibility comes, I guess, more risk. Just if it doesn't pan out, that obviously worries me. And then whoever's making decisions, like I'm always worrying about what's going to happen. The 4v4 to 5v5 thing terrified me. What if eventually they want to switch to PC or something? Dude, there's so many things that scare the shit out of me. Yeah, no, I have no idea if that'd be a thing, but why not? I mean, sometimes you have people working on the esports side that don't know anything about esports, so who the hell knows? I don't know what's going to happen, man. I get scared, but I'm excited at the same time because if we go the franchise rise, it's hard not to watch like OWL and see like their production budget and see what they do. Incredible. It just looks so good, and I want to be a part of that.
Bro, it's stepping into that arena in Santa Monica. Is that where it is, Santa Monica?
It's Burbank.
Yeah. Stepping into that and seeing, like, you are literally, like, I've never played a single game of Overwatch. I understand the game. I understand the game modes. And being immersed in that, the production level is just magnificent.
So like that side of it really appeals to me.
Magnificent.
That really appeals to me. But it's another part that like scares me. It's just you always have growing pains with a big transition like that. So I know there's going to be some headaches along the way. But